Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta is expecting a very tough game against Ipswich Town at the Emirates on Friday night. The Gunners won 5-1 at Crystal Palace on Saturday and are currently third in the Premier League table. Ipswich lost 4-0 at home to Newcastle and sit 19th in the standings. Asked what he'd made of Ipswich following their back-to-back promotions into the top flight, Arteta said, "Very impressed. I like Kieran McKenna and have a lot of people that know him very closely and they always say great things about him. You can tell how they are coached, what they are trying to do. I think they've been very unfortunate in many games not getting the results that they deserve, so a very tough game for sure." Arsenal were dealt a major injury blow in their win against Palace when star man Bukayo Saka went off with a hamstring injury that is set to rule him out for a significant period of time. On a positive note, Zinchenko, who was considered a doubt heading into the Ipswich clash, was seen in the gym alongside his teammates. The capacity of the defender's fitness is yet to be determined, although seeing him present and around the Arsenal squad is great news ahead of a busy period of fixtures. Nursing a minor muscle injury, there's hope that Zinchenko can return to full action soon, in what has been a trialling campaign for the 2022 signing. Kick-off at the Emirates is slated for 8:15 p.m. With Bukayo Saka injured, Arsenal are set to take on Ipswich Town with plans to find an answer to his absence. Mikel Arteta recently got the Gunners back to winning ways in the Premier League, thrashing Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. While all 3 points were valuable, the cost was huge as Bukayo Saka picked up a torn hamstring injury, which will see him miss out on many weeks of action. Arsenal will have to be creative in how they account for his absence, with the winger being involved in 44% of all the side's goals this season. As the side take on Ipswich, a score prediction has been made by Chris Sutton amid all the injury talk. Then with Saka's injury, Arsenal will be heavy favourites to dismantle Ipswich at the Emirates Stadium in the upcoming match. The Tractor Boys were recently thrashed at the hands of Newcastle, though they have rarely been handed heavy defeats. Whether they can retreat to shut out the Gunners remains to be seen, though early predictions have been made. Pundit Chris Sutton has given his thoughts on the game, saying on BBC Sport, "It is important for Arsenal that Gabriel Jesus is back in the goals. They are going to miss the injured Bukayo Saka for the next few weeks, but they will still have too much firepower for Ipswich." Sutton went on to predict a 2-0 victory for Arsenal. There are some big questions for Mikel Arteta to answer before he picks his team on Friday, most notably on who will replace Saka. There are plenty of options, but none that can offer an exact like-for-like ability to the winger, so there are some dilemmas on which players could fit the role best. Brian Martinelli put in an impressive shift on the right, with his right-footedness offering a directness on the flank. There is Ethan Nwaneri, Leandro Trossard or Gabriel Jesus who may be able to feature there too, though they all come with uncertainty. It remains to be seen exactly who the manager opts for in the coming days, but the long-term implications of Saka's injury may lead to some difficulties in breaking teams down.